Hey guys, this is Tel with Oshawa Bushcraft. Today we're having a look at the Canadian Armed Forces CTS or Cadpat Rucksack. The Canadian Armed Forces began developing this pack in the mid-90s. It came into service in 2013 and it is still the current service rucksack for the Army, the Navy and the Air Force. Accurate information about these packs is difficult to find because the Army never surplus these to the civilian market. These packs are not available for civilian sales at any price. Surplus stores here in Canada sometimes advertise a CTS type or a Canadian Forces style rucksack in the Cadpat pattern, but it is just an overseas made copy. I know of at least one website advertising a legit CTS rucksack with pictures of this pack, although if you order one they will ship you a knockoff. We were fortunate enough to have a member who managed to hang on to his pack after he left the forces, and he offered it to us so we could shoot this video. I'm going to move this camera around and we're going to have a good look at this. It's worth noting right now that this whole pack should be this bright green Cadpat pattern. The member who was issued this got sent to the desert with a bright green pack, so he hit it with some coyote spray paint. You can still see that on the buckles here to make it match the surroundings a little better. Looking at the back of this pack, we can see right away that it does not have an external frame. This is the first pack the CF has issued in a very long time that does not have an external frame. So what this does have is a couple of aluminum rails on the inside and a couple of fiberglass rods, one on either side. The CTS ruck has very heavy duty shoulder straps and they're very well padded. They have the normal kind of combat breakaway system we're used to seeing on military packs and a sturdy chest strap. Something I've never seen before in a military pack is the CTS ruck has a strap that runs between the shoulder straps. It would go behind your neck. It would allow you to adjust the width of the shoulder straps based on how wide your shoulders or your neck are. The top of the shoulder straps is held to the body with 2-inch nylon webbing and steel buckles. Now, that's interesting. I've never seen 2-inch webbing used for shoulder straps before, but the buckles mean that these aren't stitched to the body, which means if they wear out or you should need a replacement for some reason, you can remove these without having to scrap the whole pack. The hip belt on this pack is heavy duty and well padded. It has 2 load securement straps on either side and uses a regular 2-inch webbing belt and Fastex buckle. The top flap on this bag is held in place with 2 1-inch nylon straps with Fastex buckles. It has 2 rows of webbing on it, and it has an inner compartment in it you can access from a zipper in the front. Here at the back of the top flap, we have 3 straps meant for pulling the load towards the frame when you have the pack loaded up. There's also a zipper hidden back here that allows you to access the top of your rucksack without opening the top flap. Inside the top flap, we have a pocket in here that's made of mesh. You can see what's in it before you open it up. That's a really good idea. You can access it from a zipper inside the pack or from the zipper on the outside of the top flap. So the body of this pack actually shares a lot of features with a regular civilian pack. It has a sleeping bag carrying area or sleep system area. It has a large bucket body and it has cargo straps all the way up and down the sides. I'm actually impressed with the way the sleep system carrier area of this pack works. A lot of civilian packs will just have a zipper around this area. You're expected to just compress your sleep system in there by hand and try and get that zipper shut, and that zipper is very easy to damage. The bottom compartment on this bag is intriguing. I've never seen a pack like this. Inside here, you have a large drawstring compartment that is separated from the main bag, but there is a flap here you can open. Now, you would pack your sleep system in here, close that drawstring up, take this semi-rigid panel, compress it down, and do up these 3 Fastex buckles, and then you could compress that with the straps on these buckles. Once you get this flap compressed down and those straps tightened, there's a drawstring here you tighten up that closes up this dust cover to keep your sleep system dry and clean, I assume. And then once that's done up, there's compression straps on the side of the bag you use to compress the whole load. This seems pretty unique. I've never seen this on another pack. The main body of this pack doesn't seem like anything special. It has that vertical webbing again. We'll talk about that in a minute. It has compression straps on the sides and a drawstring on the top. Did I mention this pack is enormous? I found websites listing its capacity at 80, 100, and 120 liters. Although at least one of those was probably referring to the knockoff pack. To give you an idea of the capacity of this top compartment, I don't have it parked even remotely full. I just threw a few items in it to fill it out for the video. That's a twin size wool blanket and I fit a full 5-gallon jerry can inside it with ease, and I still had another probably 30% of the pack to work with. This is a very large pack. I mentioned earlier that the sides of these packs are covered in compression straps, but they all use Fastex buckles, and 5 of the 6 of them are extra long. So you could open these up, lay extra equipment in here, strap it down with these straps, which is great because that's most of the modularity you get in this pack. So these packs don't use MOLLE or PALS webbing anywhere on them. The only options the soldiers had for adding pouches was these vertical webbing straps we mentioned earlier that are all over the pack. As far as I've been able to find, the only pouch the soldiers were given that could mount on the outside of this pack was this one. This is just a large utility pouch. They got 2 straps on either side to mount into this vertical webbing, and a buckle closure flap with a drawstring underneath. The Canadian Armed Forces spent nearly 2 decades developing this pack, and it shows. The ergonomics and the suspension system are excellent. Although from talking to soldiers who were issued this pack, I can tell you it had 3 major flaws. The first major flaw is that nothing about this pack is built to accommodate a soldier wearing body armor. So once they put a steel plate behind them, all the padding and ergonomics of this pack just go out the window. The second major flaw is it's just too big and it's too heavy. This pack weighs over 15 pounds empty. That's unheard of anywhere in the industry, even in military rucksacks. What good is a 120-liter rucksack to a soldier? Carrying a soldier's loadout of clothing and equipment, rations, water, ammunition, a fully loaded pack like this could weigh 100 to 120 pounds. Add to that the regular combat loadout, and they could have a 150-pound load. Infanteers in the Canadian Armed Forces are some of the toughest people on the face of the earth. And even then, there's only a select few that could walk around with a 150-pound loadout all day. And lastly, these packs lacked any kind of external pockets or compartments you could easily get into. Everything went in the main bag. So unless you had something right at the top that you needed, if you had to get something out of it, you had to dump the whole bag out every time. If you were issued one of these packs and or took it overseas and have information you think I missed from this video you want to share, please add it in the comment section down below. This has been our look at the Canadian Forces CTS or Cadpat style rucksack. What you should take away from this video is that even when the Canadian Forces spends 20 years and probably tens of millions of dollars doing something, they still find a way to screw it up. These packs are unobtainable and you can't get one, and that you don't want one anyway. I'm Till Statrick of Oshawa Bushcraft. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I hope this answered your questions, and I'll see you guys on the next one.